All right, I want to step into another talk using the chalkboard here. I think John Madden, I think he'd be pretty proud of me the way I utilize this, but I do like, I'm like a visual learner, so anything I can use for visual aids helps me, and then hopefully it helps you. But today I want to talk about polarity and capacity. And polarity is the opposites. It's all around us: North Pole, South Pole, yin, yang, masculine, feminine, good, bad, feel sad, feel glad. The human experience is just one big polar opposite, right? You can't have one without the other. And so, can we allow ourselves to dive in to the depths of the lower to then feel the capacity for the higher? Okay, so it kind of looks like this, and just bear with me. Okay, here's our baseline mood. We have our down, we have our up. And so typically what happens is if we start to feel down, and there's always the other side of this, right? This is the capacity to feel joy. But if we're going down, treading down, what tends to happen for most humans is they feel uncomfortable. It's just part of the game, right? But in this uncomfortableness is when they go to numb, okay? We go to the bottle, we go to workaholism, we go to binge watching, we go to eating, we go to the Xanax, so on and so forth, okay? So we numb, so we stop there, okay? It stops there, but it also indirectly stops our capacity for joy, to feel the upside, okay? So we just shortchanged ourselves by copping out and going to something external rather than allowing ourselves to keep trending down, okay? And it's uncomfortable, yes, but in the uncomfortable is where growth is too, right? That's what people tell me. And this is a practice, okay? This is a practice. This isn't easy. I'm not saying it's easy, like, listen to me, this is easy. But if you can kind of maybe wrap your head around it, maybe it becomes easier to then swallow, okay? So we start treading down and we allow ourselves to go down very mindfully, like, oh, here it comes. I'm going to sit with it. I'm going to allow it to come through my body, and I'm going to be mindful about it and not just turn away from it and run, okay? So we allow it down, thereby indirectly increasing our capacity for good stuff, the joy. Because as I talked about earlier, the pendulum, the human growth, swings back and forth, okay? You never stay down, you never stay up, and it swings back and forth. And that's just the human experience. So if we allow ourselves to drop way down here, that increases our capacity to then feel something really good up top, okay? And so, I don't know, I think it makes sense to do that, to allow for higher states of joy. And a lot of the clients that come in that are on SSRIs and mood stabilizers and things frequently talk about their inability to feel anything more than just okay, right? So this is like joy and bliss. They're like, I used to feel that. I don't know what happened to it. They just get stuck in this medium thing where they're not feeling anything at all. Like, they're not having the human experience, right? And so that's, to me, is to be human is to have the human experience. And yes, some people's downs are worse than others. I get it, there's outliers, but this is a practice here that if we allow ourselves to drop down, knowing in the back of our minds that the pendulum will swing the other way, I'll feel the more joy than I ever have, okay? So what does IV ketamine have to do with this? Well, with IV ketamine, it increases awareness. So you're able to sense things sooner and see things in the future. You'll just have a knowing that the pendulum will swing. You'll have confidence in that. It amplifies connection to self, okay? So that's what I'm talking about. Like, you'll sense things before they even happen to the maximum, like, right? So if we're not paying attention to it, if we're ignoring it, all of a sudden we're in a pit and we can't get out of it. We just dug ourselves a hole and we can't climb out of it. But with this IV ketamine assisted therapy, you get a really good sense of self, and you can mitigate those downs, all right? Increasing our capacity for joy. I hope that finds you well. I hope that makes sense. We have a lot of cool things coming to Mind and Body Wellness Center. One is our nonprofit we're very excited about. And two is we're renovating things around here, we're sprucing things up, and there's just more to come with that. More tools, more modules, or sorry, not modules, methods. And as always, just kind of interesting discussion. I think there's other ways of looking at it, at least opening your eyes to potentially this sort of stuff. Take care, y'all. Be good, everybody.